What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're kind of continuing our experiment. Some best of one stuff earlier in the week, some best of three stuff on the back end of the week. This gives us a chance to try some new decks, but then try to put them into a new setting and actually really test them a little bit better, I guess. I don't know, but it's something different that we're trying. Again, I want to ask everybody, if you haven't already, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And thank you all. This has been a crazy couple of weeks. We've gotten a ton of people that are coming by the channel, lots of people sharing ideas. We have a lot of people coming to the Discord, lots of people following me over on Twitch, and it's just been super awesome, and I'm super thankful. Other news, I do actually have some prizes set aside. So what I'm thinking about doing is once I get the video done for that, we're gonna pull 3 winners, but have 6 items. And I'm gonna do it where the first person gets picked, they get to pick their choice, second person gets to pick their choice. So that way, the third person that gets selected still has some things to pick from, and they're not just kind of getting what's left over. Just something different I'm gonna try, see if it works. So just let me know about that and what you think. But in the meantime, let's talk about the ABZAN deck. It went pretty well early in the week. People seemed to like that because it was something a little different. So we're gonna try that today in our best of 3 matches and just see how it goes. We'll have the deck list on video at the end of the video, and it'll also be below in the description. Okay, it looks like we get to play first here, so that's a nice little bonus. Unfortunately, we don't have any white mana with this hand, and that's unfortunate because we can't cast anything here. All right, we have to mulligan that one. All right, this is a lot better. Against an unknown opponent, let's go ahead and keep. I'd rather keep the removal spells there. We do have plenty of creatures we can draw, so we can see how it works out. And I'm still messing around with this. I mean, I know it's kind of behind my image here, but I have this MTG Assistant from Aetherhub, which kind of gives you stats and percentages on different cards you can draw and whatnot. It doesn't really seem to be overly helpful for me. I think it's that you just play enough Magic, I guess, and see enough cards. Over time, it kind of just becomes second nature to know what's there. But it's kind of neat to have as a handy tool in case you forget. Like, oh yeah, I'm only playing 2 copies of that, or whatever. Know what your odds are, I guess. Something different for sure. Okay, so this is interesting. Alright, we'll attack for 2. There's a good chance we're playing against Reclamation here. I almost put money that they took the damage because they're willing to play a Growth Spiral here. So I'm just going to pass. Oh, they don't even have a Growth Spiral. Wait, did they tap 2 mana for an Opt? What just happened? Did I miss something? Oh, because I have a Tide Taker. Forgot. They can't Growth Spiral. Duh. See, this is what happens when you don't play with decks enough or play with cards enough. So this gets kind of interesting. Can't really do anything with this. Though, if we draw another land, we will be able to play the Tulsamere, so that's kind of nice. And then if they wipe the board, we'll at least have a token left over from the Tide Taker, so that's kind of cool. Alright, there's the Growth Spiral. You know, unfortunately, we didn't draw any other business cards, really, so we're just going to have to sit here. Alright, opponent only has a tapped land. So now we want something small. Well, I don't even know if it matters. Seraph of the Scales. That's a thing. Alright, we'll attack with the Tide Taker. See what the opponent thinks about this. I think it's safe to assume the opponent's going to get a Reclamation into play next turn. Good chance we're just going to let them have it for a turn. See if they do something during our end step, and then possibly kill it. Oh, so they want a Brazen Bar. Okay. Reasonable. A little sad, because it does mean that they get to throw something in front of this, but we can kill it. So we can use the Mortify if we want to. Probably keep the Mythos and the Throw It because it's more versatile. And I could very well see the opponent's play being here if they don't have the Reclamation. to just play. Okay, so they did. So then here, the plan's going to be, let the opponent have the Brazen Bar, let the Brazen Bar kill the Seraph, and I think we're just going to replay this Tide Taker and the Mortify to kill the Wilderness Reclamation, because that's the bigger concern. And this kind of lets the opponent feel like they're getting away with a little bit of something. You know, sometimes your opponent feels like they're making the big boy play, so you just let them. Though oftentimes when I'm on their side, I sort of feel like, okay, the opponent has all these cards and hasn't played anything. Why are they allowing me to do this? That's always the more suspicious part of everything. Alright, let's see if they do anything about our Tide Taker. They don't. Alright, so this means any counter they have, they're not going to be able to play, which is nice. Let's go ahead and just Mortify this Reclamation. So now, even if the opponent were to get another Reclamation, they're likely not going to have a lot of gas in their hand. Oh, I could be wrong. Maybe they have the exact cards they need. Got an Explosion here for a couple cards. Alright, so they're just cycling the Typhoon for 2 here. Interesting. So they're looking, maybe trying to be able to play an Opt? Well, it's their turn, though. They can just cast Opt normally. Wonder what that was about. It's always very strange when that stuff happens. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just lay this out there. Opponent's not going to be able to counter it, so we'll just kill the shark. And then we'll just attack. I mean, now the opponent has to sweep the board. If they play like Storm's Wrath or something. Otherwise, they're going to... Okay, that gives them a shot. Gives them some life, at least. I mean, we've only got 9 on board, so they do have at least one more turn. Barring us getting a Glass of the Guild Pact or something. Because then that would add basically +4 to the board. They could have another Brazen Bar, though. But I mean, I guess they're incentivized to just pick up the Wolf at this point. Alright, so they're untapping mana. I mean, this does mean they can get Uro back next turn as well. That's a card and 3 life, so that's a thing. We may just have to use our turn. As much as I want to play Garruk, we may just have to use it to kill the Reclamation. Well, if we draw the Glass of the Guild Pact here, we'll just Mythos him to Throy, kill the Shark, and then attack for lethal. Alright, we failed. So that's not going to happen. Now I just have to decide what's more important here. If we attack, opponent blocks 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 4. We didn't get a land because we could have just Garruk'd that Shark. That would have been nice. Alright, so let's say we attack with 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's 10. 3, 6, 8, 10. Alright. Put the opponent at 1. They go to 4, even if they get Uro back. Then they untap and do what? I think we're just going to take the risk. They can just have the Reclamation. I don't care how we pay for it, really. Alright, so they go forward, they get a card. I mean, I guess if they sweep the board, we're just looking at playing either the Seraph or the Garruk next turn, so that's fine. Oh, well, okay. They can sweep for 2, still have 4 damage on the table, so we're not that worried about it. Though, I say that. You sweep for 2, that gets rid of... That only leaves 3, 6, 7, 8. They could block 3, take 5. Uro puts them up to 4. Alright, so that's still reasonable, I guess. And again, if we could glass the guild pack, even the flyers just kill them, so that's not a huge deal. But doing it for 2 is the best thing they can do. So they can just put a counter on the blasting zone and then untap it here. And if they have a brazen bar or something, game's not over. Now, if we get a land, we just can remove Uro, and then if they even have an additional brazen bar, it doesn't matter. Oh, so they're just doing it on their turn. This is interesting. So we get another token from the Afterlife. We'll put the Bronze Hide on the Tulsamere. I mean, if they bounce Tulsamere, they're only taking 3. So we need a land to be able to kill Uro, or we need something to pump all of our multicolored creatures. Alright, they didn't have anything in hand anyway. Alright, so as things stand, we're going to bring in Light of Hopes. Probably go with Agonizing Remorses. And I'm going to bring in Kaya's because we can kill sharks, you know, which is kind of important. We can remove stuff from the yard, deal damage long term. All seems good. It's a chance to remove Uros, so I don't hate that. Knowing they're probably going to be bringing in more spot removal, possibly bring in stuff like their Flash Wolves and whatnot. We're going to remove 1 glass of the Guild Pact. Shovel's actually less exciting here. So I'm going to be okay removing those. Plus, we may be wanting to play early Agonizing Remorses. So that could be a situation there. Don't know how long the games are going to go, but I think Tulsamere is going to be a little bit weaker. So we're going to get rid of 1 Tulsamere. Possibly 1 Garrick. Feels a little iffy. Man, can we get by with just 2 glasses of the Guild Pact here? I feel like that's a possibility. We have so many ways to get rid of enchantments, though. I'm realizing that. We have the Mythos, Mortify, Night of Autumn. I don't even know if we actually need Light of Hope. Feels a little weird, actually. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ways main deck to get rid of it. 6 at instant speed. Yeah, I'm going to gamble without that for the time being, and maybe go back to +1 Garrick. I don't know if that's the best plan or not, but let's try it. I think I have to mulligan this hand. And this isn't a lot better, but we're going to keep it. Probably... I mean, is there any world where I'd be worried? I mean, that's still double black. I don't know. I feel like I just want to keep some... if I'm going to do that, I mean, I might as well toss the swamp. It's going to be sad, though, if I lose by 2, because I have to take damage on turn 2 here. Or even 1. Alright, that can have been untapped. So we're gonna, I guess, just open with Agonizing Remorses. I mean, we have 2 of them. The interesting thing about this, too, is it's possible the opponent brought in some Aether Gust and whatnot that are not going to be great against half our things. So, alright, sure, feel free. I don't care. I mean, their best bet's probably going to be... Oh, I thought they were going to take the other Agonizing Remorse. That's probably what I would have done. You can't Growth Spiral next turn. You know I have another Remorse. I'll just take the Uro, I guess. I mean, you don't have green mana either way, but that's fine. This is kind of strange because I know all the cards in the opponent's hand. And this is definitely not the aggressive start for us, for sure. Ooh, okay. That could be useful. Let's not sleep on that. Let's go ahead and take their Reclamation. Like, we have nothing to fear from their hand at the moment. If I were them, I probably would have just set on that Growth Spiral. Because if they would have gotten something else that I thought was a threat with nothing else in their hand, that could have been kind of bad for them. Because, I mean, it's not like I don't know they're going to cast it. You know what? I'm going to bring this volume down a little bit too, everyone. It feels just a touch loud. But I don't have it set up very high, so not really sure what to make of that. Alright, let's go ahead and Kaya. I mean, opponent can put counters and then try to kill it in a turn or two, but in the meantime,
I'm gonna make you suffer. I'm not dead yet. Be gone. You better you won. This time.
That seems awkward. Like, what does that do? I mean, we would have got to 5 and maybe hit you for 4 along the way. Maybe. Not even that much, because they would only had a couple of cards removed. So instead of Blasting Zone to get rid of Kaya, they used that could have killed a creature? Very interesting. Well. Because now they can't even Blasting Zone for 2 turns, right?
Gone for now, but not forever.
Not that it matters. I guess they shrunk Kaya long enough for them to play with their other cards. I guess is what they were aiming for. Now we just want 1 land so we can get this Garrett. Oh, they drew a Scorching Driver. Look at that. So the play turned out to be okay. That's pretty funny. Alright, they're probably going to move up Blasting Zone, which is unfortunate because it does put them in position to be able to put 2 counters on it, whatever, to get to Garrett faster. But the amusing thing is they don't know we have 2 Garretts. And they didn't put counters on their Blasting Zone. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the opponent's just not playing great at this point. I mean, sure, put it on top. What else are you going to do with the Aetherhub, right? Now, I'll take the action. Just because I know it's a card that's hard for them to deal with. Oh, they found an Uro. Okay. Well, fortunately, there's not much in their yard. And if they were to get an Uro back, we could just kill one. But they know what we're doing, so we're going to make 2 wolves here. And the way the math works out, we should be able to make at least 4 wolves before they could kill Garrett. Which is great, because then here in the next turn or 2, they're either going to try to kill Garrett or make an Uro. Okay, so if they make the Uro here, we can just kill it. Reclamation, sure. So they're not even coming after Garrett yet. Interesting. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just pump out some more tokens.
We were born for the hunt.
Alright, we'll just end turn. Opponent gets their choice. They can put a bunch of counters on a thing. Cool. And use that to blow up a Garrett, and we wouldn't mind one bit. Then we assume this is where they're going to use Uro. And then we just have to hope they don't have a counter or something for the second Garrett. So this effectively clears their graveyard. They're going to have 2 cards. We'll see if one's a land or not. It is. So does the last card even do anything? Oh, it's pretty sexy. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Alright, well, let's run this out first. Anyone? Anyone? Alright, cool.
Watch out.
We're just going to kill that Uro. Alright, so we have a Dragonfire, and that's fine. The good news is, now their hand's empty, we're going to play this Glass of the Guild pack, and we're going to attack with a whole lot of damage.
Looks like you're not
There's a Kaya. Can't cast it this turn anyway. We know the opponent's hand's empty. This is 12 points worth of wolves coming their way. They bought them both. That's a good sign for us. And they only have 2 cards in the yard, so they're going to have to work hard to get to where Uros. Well, there's one. Alright. This is reasonable. We'll keep it. This at least buys us time against, I guess, whatever we could be looking at on the other side there. I should have put this into play tapped. That was my mistake. I wasn't paying attention. So busy thinking about what the opponent was doing over there. Well, the good news is it looked like this hand might work out for us. What are we playing here? Black, green, blue. Do I want a shovel? Maybe. Let's try it. Oh, just an essence scatter. Weird. Okay, well, now we know a thing. They're playing the all-instant version of Umari. That is good to know. That is information we need to have. Sure. Interesting. Still not sure if I want Questing Beast here or not. I think I don't. I think I want a Tithe Taker first. To put pressure on the opponent if they do try to kill our Questing Beast next turn. Though there it appears they don't have a kill card, so could have been a bad choice. Now that's intriguing. Doesn't really matter. Boo to that. So they actually had a negate. Alright, fair enough. Sure, no blocks. I mean, if you just have the spells, you have the spells. Here comes the creature kill spell. Of course. Of course. The dust. Okay, sure. Interesting inclusion. Alright, we'll take our damage. Now that's a thing. Not sure how useful it is in this matchup. We'll just make a bigger creature, I guess. Alright, let's see. They get to put some stuff on top, I'm sure. They top one, bottom one. I'm assuming it's a removal card for the Night of Autumn. Yep, Tyrant Scorn. Seems reasonable. I mean, if they just have the kill cards, they have the kill cards. I'm not going to worry about it too much. If we get got, we get got. Uh-oh, they're looking at our graveyard. What are we doing? Oh, you're trying to remove another card with Ping to Dust. Yeah, yeah. That's fine. Interesting they didn't want to scry and put something on top. That tells me they already have a creature kill card or something in hand. Yeah. That makes sense. Really needed to draw our Seraph of the Scales. Would have been the card we were looking for. In a weird way, I almost should have had Tide Taker die so I could have a 3/3 instead of attacking for 2 here. And it looks like we're going to have to Kaya, remove, I guess, their Cling to Dust and Umari. Or that might be the best thing to do. It's not exciting.
I like a good fight. Notice I didn't say fair.
And get us a point of life here. Oh, it's 2 points. Wait, what? Oh, you gain 2 life for if at least one was creature. For some reason, I thought it read like some of the other ones. Alright, intervention. This may not be good for us. They do have quality removal cards, especially the ones that make the army tokens and whatever, so that could all be bad. Though they have a lot of cards exiled. I mean, if we can just survive long enough for Kaya to get one more turn, we could just win that way. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, they already have 7s. So the next 2 from Kaya could be a winner. Okay, that's nice to have as an option. So if we attack, they play an instant that makes a 4/4, kills a creature. Oh, I think that's a sorcery, though. Huh. I mean, I guess they could cycle a big shark here, huh? That would be bad. No, they can't cycle a shark because that's an enchantment. What do you have in hand, opponent? You didn't remove Kaya. You didn't kill my attacker. You're not... Oh, it's another Thassa's Invoker. I'm like, what's happening? Like, you gotta have something. See, now, this is the interesting thing. Because we're only at 4, I don't know what the opponent could have that could drain. And that is a little scary. And they don't have any other creatures in their yard. And since this is already enough to kill them, that's 2, 4, 6, 7, and I have some creatures on the board, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove creatures from my yard. And make sure I gain a little bit of life here.
You're not well. I'll be back. You beat me this time. Bravo.
And then Kaya's still at 5, so now it does create a little bit of tension for the opponent, that Kaya does become their immediate concern. If they do sweep the board somehow or kill our creatures or something, though most of those are sorceries, but if they do manage to do that, we do get 3/3 flyers out of the exchange. And that's almost just as bad for the opponent. So I guess here, let's say they have another Erebos intervention. That's going to get them, what is that? Gain twice the life, so they can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they can, for 7? So they can gain 14. Ugh, that's not a happy time. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this in. Oh, actually no, because it costs them 2 more for Tide Taker. So they're going to do it here so they get an extra life out of it, I think. Nope. Okay, this is kind of strange. Not going to lie, a little bit unnerving. Alright, so now if they start it, they need 1, 2, 3. So they could gain 2, 4, 6, 8. Go to 10. Minus 7 puts them at 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess we do it. I can't imagine. I mean, if you have something, you have something.
Sometimes things come back
Okay,
to
they didn't
haunt.
have it. Destroy target enchantment. There's really, I mean, I guess I'll bring in Kaya's just because they can get some work done. Knight of Autumn's just a body here. Same thing with Tulsimir because we don't really have anything to kill. Unfortunately, I think because the opponent saw Kaya and whatnot, they're not going to take out their non-creature things. So that's going to be a little bit of a concern. Shovel's kind of bad here, other than the fact that we know they have Amari, and we could just get to where we can maybe keep Amari from attacking, but that's not great. So let's cut that card. I'm going to cut 1 Glass of the Guild Pact. And really, Mortifies are probably just bad in general. No, that's not necessarily... Well, because really, I don't think they have any permanents. I mean, they're not going to have enchantment, so they only have 1 creature. We may just need to keep these because they're threats, you know? Maybe I'm misreading the situation, which is very likely. I mean, there are a couple of random things that do make token creatures. But Kaya's get rid of those. Man, I am being wishy-washy here, big time. Alright, this is not particularly what we want. Because we basically have 1 4/3 creature and a thing that does nothing, so I'm going to go ahead and mulligan. This is more acceptable. We'll keep this. I'm going to get rid of this and just kind of see how things go. Alright, the opponent get mulligan twice. Not sure what all that means for us in this game. It does, in a way, make me want to lean on this Agonizing Remorse just a little bit more than I normally would. So let's start there. And they may want to, I was going to say, maybe negate that or whatever. Alright, so you get Growth Spirals. And you have a Noxious Grasp. That's going to be a little annoying. I'm just going to take their spell counter that they have right now. And you Growth Spiral, go for it. And if they find a land, we actually don't mind greatly. That's actually worse for us when they don't find a land. Alright, well, we can't play Kaya here. So I'm going to go ahead and play Shovel and see if we can get the opponent to bite and try to kill it. Mostly so Tide Taker is still relevant, since it slows down all their spells. Alright, they didn't take the bait, unfortunately. I was hoping they might. Okay, so they have multiple things they want to do here, obviously. Because they didn't even consider putting Romari in their hand. So either they don't have anything that costs less than 3, and they really want to be able to play this Noxious Grasp. Maybe that's it. Alright, sure. Let's get him with Shovel and see what the opponent does. Alright. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you have a Quench. Alright, kill who you like. I mean, they also did know we had Tide Takers, right? So if they wanted to play... Oh, they had a Heartless Act. Look at that. So if they did want to kill something, if they would have put Amari in their hand, they would have been kind of stuck. And that would have been bad for them, too. Alright. That makes the Mythos a little nicer here. Since we can kill Umari. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this play because it moves the attention over to Kaya and we have a backup one. The opponent doesn't know that, obviously.
I can get rid of anything, living or dead.
And then next turn, if they don't have much of anything else, Umari's going to make its way to their hand. If they spend their following turn playing Umari, we can kill it. Oh, Awakening of B2. Well, okay then. That's a thing. And this is no good. Alright. Well, that's a thing we know now. Doesn't trample though, if I remember right, because I considered putting that into a deck. Oh, can we not control permanents with bounty counters on them? Put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker. Why did we not put a bounty counter on something? Your opponent controls no other permanents with bounty counters on them. Put a bounty counter on target creature or planeswalker. I don't... Weird. Oh, it does. It just auto-added it. Okay. Couldn't really see that for some reason. I mean, not that it matters. We're just gonna try to Kaya that bad boy. So we don't even have to deal with it.
This is child's play.
Oh, target non-land. Man, see? Sure then. Fine, we'll exile some things. So many less fun things.
Shuffling me off my mortal coil.
The opponent has Umari. Even if they have one more thing in hand, I'm gonna attack with just this. At the very least. And this doesn't trample. We can get another flyer. We can kill it. Get a card and 3 life. We're not afraid of Umari right now. Alright, Shovel, you actually get to do something against this deck with no real creatures. This is amazing. Oh, we don't. So we just figured that. Okay. Opponent is working hard. I will give them credit for that.
Be gone. Well done. I'm gone for now, but not
They're
forever.
trying quite hard to make things happen. Good news is, I do have a creature or two I can get some life out of if need be. Alright, now we need to draw a Garrick. I think that's where we're at. Garrick would be the thing. Alright, deck, we would love some Garrick right now. That would be the best thing we could do. By a significant margin, I think. Oh no. That was the wrong thing. The wrong thing, deck. The very wrong thing.
Your bag. I had guild business to attend to anyway.
Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things. Not nearly enough to kill the opponent here. Yeah, we just have to pass, unfortunately. And the downside is, at this point, there's a good chance the opponent's just holding a bunch of spells. That's not really going to help us out. We're probably going to end up having to remove our own things here. Just to get out of damage range. Ugh, that's so rough. I guess we're going to do this.
I had guild business to attend to anyway.
Alright. Opponent's also opting not to use their castle. Alright. Are we dead? I mean, I assume so, because they have to have a spell counter. Oh no, they're coming after us. They're going after Kaya. Interesting. So does that mean they just don't have counters in hand to lock the game up? Interesting. I guess we'll take on planes? I don't know. Okay, yeah. Go into the next game. Man, that was rough. We didn't draw much of anything there. Okay, well, there's some good news that came out of this. We now know that they're playing some crazy manland things. So the mortifies are more useful. An impressive thing to know. Move class, the guild pack. So, I mean, this is maybe what we do. Still not crazy exciting, but it's something. Ugh, gross. Don't really like this either. Opponent kept 7. Alright, well, might be a bad luck situation. Really, that's a mistake. I should have played the Castle Locthwain first. And in the event that I drew, like, Shovel or something, you know. Alright, I was gonna say, now we just need to just keep drawing lands, I guess. And they're gonna just give it -2/-2, I'm sure. Oh, Heartless Act works just the same. This feels like one of those games we're gonna have to wade through quite a few spell counters. Yeah, you know, I'm in for this. Leave the odds only slightly higher that I'll draw an additional land. Try to set up a Garrick, potentially. Okay, let's see how this dies. No, it hasn't died yet. Interesting. Oh, Ether Extinction. Fair. Tulsamere, maybe? Nope, no Tulsamere. That is unfortunate. Alright, well, there's a good chance we're just staring at a bunch of spell counters at this stage. I mean, I guess we don't have double black. Not that I can see a situation where we're going to need it, but... Alright, let's try this. And truthfully, this is mostly just trying to clear the way for Garrick, more than anything else. Alright, so they're using the intervention, so they can look at cards. Oh boy. So they have a neutralize. That's not good. They don't have the land to be able to put Umari in hand and get to use a neutralize yet. Unless they draw land. Heartless Act we don't really care about. Eat to Extinction outright kills a Planeswalker. So ultimately what I think we're going to try to have to do is see if we can get them to neutralize another spell. And then we get Garrick through. I think is going to have to be our plan. Or if the opponent moves Umari into their hand here or something. And gives us an opening. Okay, they did. So let's hope they did that because they're holding a Essence Shatter. Let's see, 2, 4, 6. Taking 2 there. Well, if they have it here, we're in trouble. If they don't, we've got a shot. It's kind of where we're at. Alright, all they had was the Ghost Pile. Alright, we might have a shot. I mean, they can still draw removal cards whenever we get rid of Garrick, but this does change things a bit. And we are getting 3/3s. So that matters. Though they do have 2 Erebos interventions, so that's going to get kind of annoying. That's a lot of life we're going to have to fight through at this point. I guess here they're debating, like, do they play Umari, still have 3 mana up so they could play multiple things or not? And then this is also interesting too, of just like, do I want to run both creatures? Okay, nope, they're going a different route here. Okay. Well, not gonna activate Garrick just in case they have something that makes a creature to block here for some reason. Okay, they don't. As I say, there may have been a chance post-combat. I wanted to remove some things.
We are the apex predator.
I mean, I guess we play Shovel. In the event they play the Umari, we set ourselves up to be able to get 3 life in a card. Alright, it's dead. Want to Erebos Intervention something? Nope, they're just gonna scry with their Castle Vantress, fair enough. Bottom both. I guess now they're just hunting for something to kill Garrick. That's their concern. Because after the next turn, I'm going to be getting to a point where I can attack for as much as they can gain off of the intervention. So then their turns are going to just become about paying X and gaining the life to not die. Because even here, it's like, okay, I can already attack for 12. So you just Erebos Intervention, gain some like 8+ life, depending on if they want to try to cast or counter something. Though that is an instant, so they can wait to do it whenever. Alright, we're going to attack. Let them intervention one of them. Draw 2 cards and amass X for X number of cards. Okay, sure, and that works too. I mean, the question is, do I just want to remove the 7/7? Or do I want to... I definitely don't want to get the emblem here. That's not the right answer. We can... I mean, they'd have to bounce both. But I mean, if we make 3/3s, let's assume at least one of those is a land. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 5, 6, 8. So they could gain 16. So yeah, let's go ahead and make wolves.
Stay on the trail.
And then we'll end the turn. Because the opponent's not incentivized to attack here, because even if we get another like Glass of the Guild Pact or something else, that becomes a very large amount of damage. Okay, there's a Noxious Grass. That matters.
I'm gonna go hunt something
Well,
else.
now we're going to get punished for not killing the token like I could have. Unless we draw like a Mortify or something here. I say that. We could also get the Tulsamir, because if the opponent blocks, the wolf that comes in will be a 4/4. So we have a lot of outs. We've got 6-7 cards that can still get us out of trouble. Interesting. They only went to 7. So a Heartless Act or something? Or why would you not just gain the extra life? Interesting. It has to be a kill spell, right? Well, alright then. I guess that's game. Yeah. Alright, well, worked out anyway. But yeah, that's kind of where it's at right now. The deck definitely takes some patience, takes a lot of thinking through. Probably one of the more difficult decks to play as far as creature decks go. Yeah, again, I want to make sure we give thanks to JRR2 for coming up with the basis for this list. It's really good. It's pretty flexible, gives you a lot of answers against different things. You know, as you got to see there, even against 2 control-ish decks, against Reclamation and against the all-instant Umari deck, we got to do pretty well against both of those. It took a long time, and you kind of have to wade your way through. But yeah, definitely winnable games. So, not much else to say about it. You know, like I said, we played it earlier in the week, so you kind of know everything about it at this point. Just playing some stuff so you can see how you would sideboard in some of these situations potentially. But remember, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and keep your eyes out for hopefully by the end of next week, we will have that 1,000 subscriber giveaway, especially since by then we may already be on our way to 2K, so it's been kind of crazy. But anyway, thanks everybody. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.